the spark, the flames inspire. Push beyond, we never tire. Blue fire blazing, hear the crowd. Global League will shout it loud. Feel the fire. Blue flames rising, climbing higher. Season 1, the dream's alive. Legends born, it will thrive. Engines screaming, lights turn green. Welcome to the brand new scene. Dreams ignite, the chase begins. This is where the story spins. Blue flames burning in the night. Racing hearts are set alight. Every driver, every fight. Global League, the future's bright. Global League racing, feel the fire. Blue flames rising, climbing higher. From the start, we'll light the way. Legends born in F1 today. Through horizons, worlds collide. Glory waits on every side. Lap by lap, the battles grow in the Fire Champion show. Blue horizons, worlds collide. Glory waits on every side. Lap by lap, the battles grow in the Fire Champion show. Blue flames burning in the night. Racing hearts are set alight. History written on the track. Global League, there's no turning back. Global League racing, feel the fire. Blue flames rising, climbing higher. From the start, we'll light the way. Legends born in F1 today. Ignite the spark, the flames inspire. Push beyond, we never tire. Blue fire blazing, hear the crowd. Global League will shout it loud. Feel the fire. Blue flames rising, climbing higher. Season 1, the dream's alive. Legends born, it will thrive. Engines screaming, lights turn green. Welcome to the brand new scene. Dreams ignite, the chase begins. This is where the story spins. Blue flames burning in the night. Racing hearts are set alight. Every driver, every fight.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Global League Racing. Today we are at round 2 at the Canadian GP. It's me, David, your commentator once again, here for the brand new league in F1. I'm really happy to be here once again, commentating for a league that's starting to write his history like Global League Racing. We saw Verdad won last week in Singapore today. Like we talked a little bit last week, and come to a totally different track. And Singapore is one of the trickiest tracks in terms of, well, avoiding the walls. It's hard to overtake. Here today, that's not going to be the main issue. The main issue today is going to be the time penalties. I think it's a really easy track to jump into the corners really aggressively and cut them. So maybe you want to not be that aggressive, not attack the corner so much, so you will avoid getting those penalties, because you never know if a late safety car may happen. I see some comments already in the chat, so hello mate, hello money. Wish you good luck for today's race. See you are... Wait, I don't see you in... are you in racing today? I think I don't see your name. Well, anyway, Pras is leading now the session for 10.5. We are in the middle of qualifying. Apologize for not being here since the beginning, but thankfully I could get everything ready for the qualifying at the middle at least. And yeah, of course the race is going to be streamed full from the beginning. We got a full grid today, which is really nice to see. Last week we only had, well, we had 17, still a great number for attendance. But I'm happy to see that today we get a full grid, so it shows how well the league is going in its first season with the attendance. Very clean racers and fast racers as well. Now Bettelfan moves up into second position. Oh, unfortunate you didn't get the seat for today. Well, I know you're racing as a reserve, so of course would have been great to have you on track, knowing how quick you are. Definitely would have been up there in the mix for the fight for the win. At least I think that. But well, hopefully next week we can have you racing. Well, can see that still 7 drivers have not set a lap time yet. We're gonna go with Sangai into the end of sector 2. It's a 42-0 if I'm not wrong. We go now into the last DRS zone. 2 DRS straights here to finish the track. Then we get that really complicated chicane there in the final sector. He's coming up there. He hasn't managed the battery very well. He's already in less than 10% now and probably losing some good straight line speed. In the line he goes still. Sangai moves up to P1. Great lap time there by the kick driver. Well, Steamit now championship leader, still not set a lap time. Well, you can see the grid there once again. So from the kick guys, yeah, both drivers racing as full-time drivers. Then we get one reserve in Ferrari. We got only Acid, Silence, and then RPM as a reserve for today. For the McLaren team, we got Brian a full-time and Wesley. Yeah, we got term gain audio a bit. It's turn to max, but I'll lower my voice then. Does it sound better now? I just lowered my headphones, so does it sound better now? Can you hear the gain better now? Let me know please as soon as possible. Right, I guess it's all good now, I suppose. Anyway, is it too loud now? too loud now. Oh, you want me to turn the game audio? Let me see. Oh, okay, got it. I thought you were saying the opposite. I thought you were saying that the game audio was very low, but now I see you meant my voice was low, so I did the opposite. Uh, Unfortunately, but it's good now. I guess I lowered a lot the game audio, so I guess it's good now, right? I lowered a lot the volume of the game. Confirm please if you can hear me now. Right, good. Thanks, mate. Thanks for letting me know. Or if not, probably we're gonna have a boring commentating by me because you wouldn't really hear my voice. So actually, thanks a lot to you for letting me know, because if not, I probably would have never discovered it by myself. It will be good to know for future occasions as well. Anyway, we're reviewing the teams for today. We got the McLaren guys that both full-time drivers racing today. We get then for the Red Bull as well, Vettel, Fan and Fuller both on their seats today. For the Aston Martin team, we got Wavy and Boaks, both of their full times as well. In the Haas, we got both. We got Assis and Pras. For the Williams team, we got Jelly and Eric, of course, our league owner. Then for Ferrari, we already saw that we got one reserve, that's RPM. For Mercedes, we got Racing Uncle and... where's the other Merc? It's... well, we got Jova today, so one reserve there in the Mercedes team. Then Bench Warmer in Alpine is racing today, and DGH is racing as well. Breezy Boy in Racing Bulls currently leading the session. We're gonna go back into that now. And Command is racing as well, but he's retired already, so he's gonna be starting this race at the back of the grid. Then we got Bernard and Shanghai as well, both on their seats. So the only reserves for today, if I'm not wrong, is gonna be Jova in Mercedes, and it's gonna be RPM in Ferrari. Then everyone else, absolutely everyone else, is on their full-time seat, which is good to see that the drivers are committing to their full-time spot. Now let's get into the actual qualifying session for the final run. So 2 minutes to go to end this qualifying for the Canadian GP. We get Breezy Boy leading, followed by both kick drivers. Breezy Boy that last week finished in P4, if I'm not wrong. Couldn't stand on the podium. He probably didn't get the right strategy as well, and took that unfortunate 10-second time penalty for spitting in the pit lane. So let's now go in the last minutes. Who is going to be taking pole position today? Going to go on with Sangai now, coming into his final run. Getting into the corner where, of course, Sebastian Vettel had that very polemic mistake, which gave him a 5-second penalty. Of course, it was a big controversy that year for getting that penalty. But anyway, everyone will have maybe a different opinion on that. But we follow now Sangai into the end of Sector 2. Coming to finish what's going to be his final quali lap of the day, improving nearly 2 tenths in the second sector. That should be enough to take the lead. Breezy Boy though still on an outlap, but he's not gonna make it to the line, is he? No, definitely not. He is cutting everything absolutely, so I'm not sure if that's allowed, but if it's not, he's gonna get a penalty for cutting the track purposely. I don't know if it's allowed or not. Still, I think he may not make it. Berta now moves up into P1. Shanghai moves into second. It's a kick 1-2 at the moment. Then we go on with Breezy Boy, that I think he's still not gonna be, yeah, definitely not gonna be in the line on time. And well, if it's not legal what he did, then he's gonna get a penalty for it, but I don't know the rules, so in this case, so maybe he, oh, we got a spinner there near, well, he caught absolutely everything, bench warmer. Did he not cut it? He didn't get an invalidation. Well, he's not even on a lap, so it doesn't really matter. The Alpines, though, doing a really good job today. So apparently it's gonna be pole position for Verda there in the kick. Now Eric comes into the line, can't improve, will stay in P9. I think he did improve, but didn't improve position. Did he? Well, at least not a relevant position. It's P9 for our league owner. We go now with Battle Fan. Improving 61 thousandths of a second is not gonna be improving more than one spot ahead of Brass. If it finishes like it is, I think it went a little bit deep there into the corner. No one really on a chance right now, so I guess it's gonna be a clear pole position for Verdat. Our championship leader takes pole, takes another point as well for his championship score so far. Great start of the season, but yeah, of course, race can be a total different thing. That's a retirement from Uncle, and I guess that's gonna close the qualifying. We get 3 drivers with no lap time. That would be Brian, Command, and RPM. Bernard in pole position, Sign Guy in second place, then Breezy Boy in third. Eric, who finished in the podium last week, today is nowhere to be seen at the front. Maybe not the pace there today, but we will see in the race. He had really good racecraft to make it up into the podium last week, so maybe he can pull a great racecraft today, and we can see him back on top once again in the podium spots maybe. Let's not forget that the gap isn't really big. Canada, there's not big difference you can make, but what's gonna mark the difference in the race is gonna be the time penalties, how cautious everyone's gonna be with not cutting the corners here and try to avoid as much penalties as possible, even if that means that you will lose a little bit of pace because of not being extremely aggressive. It can be the most wise decision of just trying to keep it nice and clean. You'll save the tires as well, and you will avoid penalties. Then if you can push avoiding the penalties, then great for you, but it's gonna be hard. It's a track where you can cut a lot. So if you're watching this, leave me in the comment section who you think is gonna win the race. Can give me your takes on that. Well, taking a little bit of time to begin. We still waiting for probably giving a little bit of time for the drivers to maybe make some modifications on the setup, maybe also deciding their strategies, the fuel they'll use. So it's a good decision in my opinion to give them a little bit of time to think about all that. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna give my own prediction. I'll say that Breezy is gonna win the race. We go into the formation lap. My take is that Breezy is gonna win today. I don't know why. Maybe because I think he has good racecraft and missed on that final quali run. But I'm gonna go with Breezy as a winner today. Then you can, like I already said, leave me your opinion on who you think is gonna win this race. So, well, both kicks on the mediums. Then we get the next 4 drivers on the hards. Both Alpines on the hards, we could say. It's a really mixed up strategies through all the grid. We will see which one's gonna work the best for everyone today. We waiting for the drivers to take their position on the grid. We're gonna keep on with the tires. Once again, it's a 1-2 for the kick team. Then we get Breezy Boy, Bench Warmer, that probably will not be attacking because of the tire disadvantage they have at the moment. They just have to wait for the right time to send that attack. Burdett will start at the front. Steammate will probably try and not complicate him too much. Let's not forget Burdett has also the inside line in turn 1, opposite to what it happens in many tracks where you go around the outside. So even if you have a bad start, you can still try and defend your position into turn 1. Having a little bit of delay there to start this race. Well, here come the lights. Lights out and away we go. Both kicks get a good run off into turn 1. We got Breezy Boy actually getting into the inside, but around the outside. Sanga is going to try and hold it. And well, of course, with better grip and those fresh mediums, he will apparently manage. No, Breezy Boy around the outside. Maybe he's going to try and send it here into the... Oh! Contact between the two of them. Oh, and both are in the wall. No, thankfully not. Thankfully, they didn't end up in the wall, but both are going to lose a lot of time and... Well, very, very unfortunately. Eric being affected as well, down into P19. Sangai down into P18. Well, all this playing very well in the hands of Bird, that they're in the lead of the race. Well, that's going to be reported, of course, by both drivers at the end of this race. Bird in the lead of the race, followed by Bench Warmer, already 2 seconds in front, because the previous guys occupying those spots have just taken each other down into the back of the grid. We got Bird in the lead of the race. Now Breezy Boy gets a... Oh! Mega crash there into the corner. And Breezy Boy is disqualified from the session. Breezy Boy's been disqualified from the race. What did he even do? He cut the corner. Oh no. Well, Breezy Boy is out of the race. I said he was gonna win and he's now retired in literally lap 1. Not even retired, disqualified. And we got a big accident and Sanga is up into P11 already. Wait, I missed a lot of stuff happening in that lap. But I don't know why Breezy has been disqualified from this race. Burdett leads 2.1 seconds in front of Bench Warmer. Bench Warmer, they're not losing that much time against the... Oh, we got a spinner there from from DGH. DGH in the wall there, has lost it on his own. Now he's gonna rejoin the track, and thankfully Ghostin is on because... Oh no, is it not on? Oh no, no, it is on. It should be on. Well, not doubt that has caused a BSC, and we already have a lot of accidents only at the beginning of this race. Crazy stuff going on. Well, all this benefiting Berdad in some way. Now he can save a little bit more his tires. He's looking for that second win in a row. This time he can win it on pace, and also a little bit of luck, having in mind that both the rivals for the win have taken each other out of the race. Well, Breezy Boy not even anymore in the race. Well, we get racing once again. Berdad already 4 seconds in front, nearly 4 seconds in front of his most close rival Benchwarmer. So Benchwarmer can hope on a safety car later on, or maybe hope for a... Oh, we got an accident already. That's one of the Mercedes guys at the back. That's Racing Uncle. Fuller and Bettelfan battling there for P5, both teammates there. Fuller now on the... Oh, we got another crash. Who is it this time? It's Command. No. Who is it? Oh, it's Jova. Both Mercedes spinning at the same time. Not great news for the Mercs. They're at the back of the grid. You got a pretty much split grid at the moment. Berdad in front, dominating the race. 3.5 in front of Benchwarmer once again. You're gonna go look on for some battle. Here we get... Wavy right at the back of Benchwarmer. He's going to be trying to attack for that P2 spot of the race. Getting close to the back of the Alpine. We're going to go then into... I gotta say, good job from Sanga in recovering already up into P7 of the race. What I don't know is what happened to Breezy Boy. Why did he got disqualified and got a 10-second time penalty? Well, around the outside goes Wavy Copter, moves up to second of the race, now leads the train in the battle for P2. We get Pras as well now, who might try and attack Benchwarmer now that Benchwarmer doesn't have DRS, but no, he is just way too far, maybe not has a straight line speed on the car. And that's a yellow flag from one of the Astons, and now Jova has been, no, this has not been disqualified. He's got a 10-second time penalty for spinning in the pit lane. Pretty much a chaotic start of the race. In only 5 laps, we've already seen a lot of types of chaos. I'm actually surprised we only have 1 DNF so far, after all what we've seen. Jelly now sets the fastest lap of the race. Jelly at the moment is currently on P... Where is he? P14. He has some fresh mediums. Pitted because of damage in the first couple of laps of the race. Lap 5 out of 35, and a lot has happened already. Wavy Copter closing a little bit the gap on Berdad. Well, gotta say those mediums weren't gonna last that much. I'm not sure if Berdad's gonna be capable of doing a one-stopper. Maybe he won't. Keep seeing yellow flags there at some parts of the track. Those ones got quickly removed. We are seeing now the chase of Wavy to Berdad. Wavy is now pushing hard, apparently. 3.2 seconds is the gap. The gap was over 4 seconds like 1 or 2 laps ago. He is trying to get closer to that kick. Meanwhile, Command attacking now. Sangai now. Benchwarmer gets a 3-second time penalty, like I said before. Was going to be a complicated race in terms of time penalties. We already have the first driver penalized, now the second one. Now the third one in 3 in a row of drivers penalized for corner cutting. I remember Jova's previous penalty was for spinning in the pit lane, but now we get 3 straight penalties for cutting the corners. We follow now Command right at the back of Sangai. This shouldn't be a hard move for P7 of the race. Also, Command has better battery than Sangai. I think he shouldn't try and get the move done here. No, he should, because he's already past the DRS detection point. Down the inside now. They don't make contact, but of course, Sangai is gonna get the better traction there out of the corner. I think he should be attacking now. He has better pace. Could straight try and go overtake him. Meanwhile, Sangai is out of ERS. He should attack into the next straight if he doesn't want to keep losing time with him. This is the perfect moment for him to attack, but he's not doing that. Probably because he doesn't know the battery of the driver in front of him. That should have been the correct moment to make the move. Get another yellow flag, and that is Jelly. We got another BSC. Apparently Brian gets a 10-second penalty for a collision with Jelly, and the chaos only continues in the Canadian GP. Now Jelly out of the race, and we get our first safety car of the day. Well, well, well. Chaos absolutely everywhere in Canada. I remember it wasn't this chaotic last week in Singapore. Singapore, gotta say, it was a pretty chill race. Compared to this one, we've seen a lot of accidents already. Already one BSC, already one safety car. And I think this is could be good for Berdad, because he can now pit and place fresh starts. I think, to be honest, everyone should pit for fresh starts. I don't think you should stay out even if you're on hards. It's not a track that's that hard to overtake, and the degradation hits hard around here. Yeah, we already got the top 3 in the pit lane. Fuller will stay out to take the lead of the race. I don't think it's the right strategy, but he's decided to stay out, and to be honest, apparently he's gonna be the only one to do so. Command has staying out as well, but he's not even gonna be in P2. Oh, and we got another penalty. This time it's a drive-through for silence, acid silence. Well, many things happening in this Canadian GP. I think I'm gonna enjoy this race till the line, to the end, to the finish line. Well, Simpson, new comments. Money says, my brain can't keep up. Yeah, and well, I understand that. I mean, a lot of stuff has happened, and yeah, it's been pretty much craziness through all this race. I don't know how much you would be enjoying if you were racing now, because maybe some of the carnage would have affected you in some way. I think it could be pretty fun, but it could be pretty much frustrating being there on this track today. It's not looking really comfortable there, apart from if you're in the lead, like Bird, that's been managing the pace at the front. Ultra Silence, teammate from Acid, says, come on Acid, Silence. Teammate, unbelievable due to game issues, so basically couldn't race because of an issue in the game. And cheering there for his teammate, so, well, at the moment, on P11, though he is being penalized. Let's see what the penalty is. Let's give it a quick look, and that, oh, it's a drive-through, not great. But the good thing is that you at least can get rid of that one, and if there's a safety car, you can be back in the mix, not like a 3-second time penalty that's gonna be there forever, so at least he can get rid of it. So you think it in the long game, and you think that how the race has been today, a safety car could come out at any moment, then I think you prefer a drive-through than a 3-second time penalty, also knowing that it's Canada. Well, also the safety car helps in some way to avoid picking up penalties. We will see for how much Fuller can hold into that lead of the race. We're gonna get restarted now. The safety car already came into the pit lane, and at the moment it's been a 3-second time penalty, and we haven't even got into the finish line. Nice. But okay, we get into turn 1 now, and Fuller comfortable at the moment. We will see how good those old hearts can be. At the moment, Command's already, well, now 3 seconds for Acid. Command already losing a lot of time to the guys in front. Also Fuller suffering a lot against Bird at the moment. Bench Warmer with those fresh hard tires. Gonna be playing the long game and try to put a new set of mediums by the end of the race, most likely. Now we get Fuller defending the inside line. He probably could try and help his teammate here. Battle Fan could well be fighting for the win, but I don't think he can do much about it. Around the outside he goes, and yeah, nothing else he could really do about it. He's gonna get on the slipstream, but no traction really, and he won't be able to get that overtake done once again. We get Sangai now dropping places down into P17 of the race. Something that's not gone the right way around there. We got Prass there moving up into P5. Bond, that's also been pretty annoying for everyone behind. It's back the pack more than 2 seconds. And that leaves us with 4 people at the front. Well, one of them, that's Fuller, that's, I'm not gonna lie, is gonna be overtaken really quickly. Getting now into the bench warmers, picked another time penalty. Bench warmer also that cannot keep up with Bird at least right now. And most likely is not even gonna win the race, because even if he finishes and crosses the line in first, I mean, those 6 seconds are probably not gonna let him do much. So I would say Wavy is the only one at the moment that could challenge Bird for the win. Wavy, who is on the same strategy as Bird, both have no penalties, could well put on a challenge for the kick driver. And oh, that's a massive lockup there for Fuller. And we are having more accidents there at the back, and there's another safety car. Well, another one, and that's gonna be the second one of the day. The third one if you count the third safety car if you count the BSC. So once again, pretty much a crazy race. I don't even remember if we had a safety car in Singapore. I think we didn't. Or did we? No, we didn't have a safety car in Singapore. Or maybe it was a very early one, but yeah, it's well, Wesley out in middle of the safety car. A red flag's been enabled, because you could well bring out a red flag, and now both McLarens are out. I think in the pit lane. But still, I don't know why both have retired at the same time. Was it a decision from the team to remove the cars from this race? Well, and at the front, and no one has stopped. And oh, is rain coming now? I think it... Why did I even thought that? Because the sky is getting a little bit dark. Apparently to me it was, but maybe we won't. Bird in the lead of the race. Nothing has changed there. And well, basically a chill race so far from him. He's been avoiding all the carnage. Now, Joe must picked a 3-second time penalty in middle of the safety car to add more craziness to this race. Well, 16 drivers still remain on this chaotic Canadian GP. I don't even know how we have that much, because I would expect to have like 5 at the moment for how everything's gone, but thankfully we still have 16 survivors on this race. Get in one more lap of safety cars. And then we can get going. Well, Wave is coming to the pit lane for intermediate tires. What? Is it raining? No. It's not raining. What has he just done? What did he do there? Inter tires. Why? Mate, the track is dry. The track is totally dry. Why would you put the intermediate tires? Anyway, let's see what's gonna happen now. Verda's gonna restart the race on this lap. A safety car going out on this lap, unless it starts raining now, or if Wavy knows something we don't. If not, he's basically done unless there's another safety car coming out. I don't even know what was he thinking in pitting on that lap when already the pack was close to each other, unless he had wing damage, but if that was the case, I mean, how did he put intermediate tires? Well, bench warmer's in a good position now, I'm not gonna lie, but because of the penalties, he won't win most likely anyway. We're gonna get going now, and if it doesn't start raining now, then there's not much Wavy can do about it. Pras trying to have a look there at the place of bench warmer. Well, and now we got another disqualification for ignoring the drive-through. Well, that's our fifth DNF of the day. Eric's looking to make the move against Assis, but now Fuller gets the better traction coming from a mistake and also from better tires from Fuller. Nice move there, picking up the pieces of the battle happening in front of him. We get now going with Bench Warmer that should have better tires now than Birdat. At least I think it should, probably. Fuller now gets a 3-second time penalty. He's on fresh tires though. He could be one to look at for the remainder of the race. Down the inside he goes, making the move against Assis, though having that 3-second time penalty is going to be a very uncomfortable handicap. Now probably is going to be some team orders there, and probably I guess Battlefan is not going to make it hard for him. I think he should let him go in, probably in this straight. We got a yellow flag. That's Eric. What happened to... Seems like maybe a spinner. We got a Haas as well in the pit lane. That's Assis. Birdat leads 1 second in front of Bench Warmer. We get now Battlefan that, well, is making his teammate lose some time. I think some team orders should happen immediately here. There's no real point to hold the driver with the faster tires at the moment. Can also help his teammate to close up the gap a little bit. And yeah, there goes Battlefan is gonna... No, he's not letting him go. Well, wasting a little bit of the time of the team there. But should get the move done then in the next straight, I suppose. But he's gonna be getting the DRS as well. We get Assis on the intermediate tires. Is there something I'm not seeing? Because why are 2 people already in the inters? Is it when it's starting to rain? I think it is now. It's raining, or is it my imagination? No, it is starting to rain. It is starting to rain. Well, the things couldn't get even crazier. Now the rain is falling in the circuit of Montreal, and well, maybe after what we thought was a mega mistake from Wavy, or yeah, total mess up, now it's now it could be a master move from his part. Well, he's lost 7 seconds to the guys in front, but maybe the time he's gonna win by them pitting could be more than that. We will see if he's still gonna be in the lead, if he can take the lead when everyone else pit, if in fact they have to pit. He doesn't have a time penalty, so if he takes the lead of the race, then he can just start sprinting there into the line, into the finish line, because it's not that easy to cut when it's raining than when it's dry. Now Racing Uncle makes the move against Battlefan. Oh, Battlefan slides a little bit there. Yeah, the track starts to get tricky now. We got Bench Warmer in the pit lane. He's going for those intermediate tires. Where is he gonna be? He's gonna be behind Wavy. Wavy's coming there into the final chicane. Gets into the main straight. And he's gonna be way clear of Bench Warmer. Then we consider Wavy's in the net lead of the race. Actually, Bench Warmer has come out only a little bit behind. Got an accident that Spokes spun there in the end of Sector 1. Fuller now with fresher tires is going to be chasing after Birdat for that lead of the race. We will see also if, oh well, DRS disabled. We are going to have to see everyone coming in the pit lane. You got a yellow flag there at the back. It's, I think it's a Mercedes. Now Uncle gets a 3-second time penalty. Fuller is not closing up the gap. Birdat has to come into the pit lane. Did he speed in coming in? I think he didn't. But everyone is coming in the pit lane now. We get Wavy now coming into the final sector, and I think he's going to take the lead of the race. Wavy then, what I thought was a massive mistake, ended up being a massive masterclass by the part of the Aston driver. Now we gotta see, yeah, he's gonna be clearing the lead of the race. He's gonna come out clearing the lead of the race. Bench Warmer is also gonna be ahead of Verdad, yes he will. Now it's a complication for the championship leader. Wavy in the lead of the race, followed by Bench Warmer, then comes Verdad. Oh, that's a mistake from Verdad there. He lost a little bit of car. Not sure if he got any damage from that. Wavy leads the way, 1 second in front already of Bench Warmer. Well, not much action happening at the moment, because of course it's wet and there's no many overtaking opportunities. I think the closest battle we have now is between Command and Battle Fan for P8 of the race. Apart from that, everyone is pretty much separated. Fuller is now closing a little bit the gap, I think, on Verdad in the lead of the race. Wavy is starting to pull a little bit away from Bench Warmer, even though he has the older tires. Has the older tires, of course, in the grid because he was the first one to pit under the safety car. He's gonna have a little bit of the tire disadvantage, though. In the wet's not really gonna matter that much. I think Wavy is coming strong to take this first win of the season in round 2. He probably will want to try and extend that gap to cover any type of undercut. I'm not sure those inters are going to make it to the end of the race. Well, like I said before, not much really happening at the moment. So, meanwhile, let's talk a little bit about the standings. Because, like I said just now, there's not really much to watch. Wait, actually, I'm not sure if the standings have been published. I think they haven't been published, actually. So, can't really tell much, but what I can say, well, I can see the result from last week. Wavy wasn't racing last time. So, Verdat leads the championship. He's still gonna be leading after today. Wavy, like I said before, didn't race last week, so he's gonna be scoring his first points of the season. Then we got Eric who finished on P2. At the moment is down into P11. Not much he can really do to improve. His finishing position today has been penalized and it's not really closing up the gap. So, well, Verdat's doing a good job still being consistent scoring points. Well, we could have some action now because Verdat's closing up the gap to bench warmer now. Of course, DRS is not enabled, but you never know. Anything can happen. They can try and force him into a mistake. Well, the race was so exciting at the beginning. It's so calm right now. Well, and I see Silence just joined the lobby. Joined and left, so I guess his game is now working correctly. But unfortunately, it's way too late. Well. I'm not gonna lie, nothing's happening right now. What do I do? I'm gonna keep... Let's make a quick review. So Wavy is leading now, having the oldest tires in the grid. 11 lap old intermediate tires. Bench warmer in the second position. 1 second behind though, has 6 seconds of penalties. Actually, it would be a good idea to check on the time penalties. So then we got Verdat in P3. That would be, of course, getting P2 because of the penalties of bench warmer. Then we got Fuller, Racing Uncle, and Pras. Both the three of them with 6 seconds of penalties. Then we get Sangai on P7, Battlefan on P8, Command on P9. Another now penalty for bench warmer. He is Might even lose to Fuller, because Fuller is closing a little bit the gap. Well, can't see I have a viewer now. Was a little bit alone for this last lap, so welcome back or welcome in. Money says, I would cook, I love rain. Interesting that you like these conditions. A lot of people don't like them, but it's good to know that someone does like the wet conditions. I personally, it depends. I don't have a problem with driving in the rain, but I do have to practice a lot for it. If not, I'm gonna be sliding everywhere. But yeah, it's kind of rare to see someone that likes the rain, racing in the rain. I saw a lot of people complaining about the rain in the past, so it's good to see someone actually does enjoy these conditions. Well, nothing is happening really right now. We're just basically reviewing how the race is going. The positions, because like you can see, there's no real fight for position right now, apart for, well, bench warmer getting a little bit closer into Wavy. We have 7 laps to finish the race. We get Verdat right at the back of bench warmer as well. 3-car train for the lead. Would be very interesting if rain better than dry. Well, that's a very interesting take. This would be a really interesting ending of the race if it wasn't because of bench warmers 9 seconds of penalties. I think we would have a very interesting definition of today's race, but thanks to that will not be the case. Unless Verdat can get past, then it could be a two-way fight for the win. That's 12. Okay, that's a little bit exaggerating. I don't even know why he's cutting this much, because at this point he's not even being put under pressure by anyone. And he should be careful about the guys behind more than any other thing. Sangai could even finish this race on... he's definitely making it to the top 5, I think, but why not think about something better? I don't even know if someone's gonna come into the pit lane at this point. Time penalties really gonna mix up the results at the end, though it's not been really enjoyable to see at the moment. Money says just in wet, tires last a lot longer and fun to battle and no DRS train. Yeah, it's true that the tires last much more. About fun battle, I mean, it can be fun, but at some points as well, it like there's really no battle like right now because it's simply not possible to get close. In previous game, I agree a lot with that, because previous game DRS trains were absolutely horrific and it was a very annoying game in my opinion, probably the worst F1 game I've ever played, F1 24. But on this game with the dirtier back, then you don't see DRS trains as often as you saw before. Overtaking even with the DRS is not that easy, so but I still enjoy the wet races. But just today's one is not being really exciting. It was way more exciting in the dry conditions. I think we haven't seen a single overtake since the rain began. Well, we get a slipstream from Birdat. They're coming into the back of Bench Warmer. And that is Bench Warmer into the pit lane. Nothing really to lose. I mean, he retired from the race straight. What was the point even in doing that? At least try and finish. I mean, it's 5 laps to go. Wavy in the lead of the race now with only 1 second behind Verda. This now could get really spicy here for the last 4 laps because Wavy is on really old tires, meanwhile Verda is on still old tires but 5 lap fresher, and a puncture could happen at any moment as well. Let's not forget that still, even though it's inters, the degradation is high on this game. Even if it's not a puncture, he can start sliding and lose a lot of grip. It's gonna be interesting to see this fight for the win of the race between the top 2. Wavy got the right call in pitting and putting those fresh inters under the safety car, but now, thanks to doing that, apart from taking the lead of the race, he also now put himself in a situation that he will have to survive in that lead with very bad tires. Money says, oh no, not that again. AI pit's getting flashbacks. But well, in this case, apparently the AI has disappeared. I don't see any spots there in the pit lane exit, so I guess it's not gonna happen this time. Well, 3 laps to go. It's gonna be 3 laps where Wave is gonna have to take those tires to the line and defend at the same time. He's gonna need to take care of the tires, but need to defend his position as well. And maybe if he can't really keep the tires, maybe he should just let Verdat go and take a safe second position. But I don't think at the beginning of the season he's gonna think that way. Probably the right mentality of the right now is gonna be, I wanna win this race, I'm gonna risk it. I don't care if my tires explode, I just wanna risk everything to win this race. If I win, then perfect. If I don't win, then well, bad luck, but at least I tried. I mean, it's still the first races of the season. He couldn't race last week. He needs to get those points there. He needs to start scoring strong, and yeah, I mean, it's not impossible for him to win it. He needs to defend against Birdat, and well, needs to do his best to save those tires to the line. Birdat with low battery, Wavy with low battery as well. 2 laps to go. Birdat getting a little bit close into the back of him, but still not enough close to really attack him. This blasting the battery, though I think he shouldn't be doing that. Well, also, actually, maybe yes, because there's no real time to charge the battery to good amount to really have a solid attack. So I guess he's just gonna have to do, gonna try and do his best with what he has now. Well, we have 1.5 laps to go. Birdat not really getting that close to the back of Wavy. Wavy with better battery now than Birdat, of course, feels much more comfortable to save there in the lead of the race. Now Birdat is half a second behind him. Doesn't really have the battery to attack him because, of course, if he starts attacking, Wavy will respond as well. 3 attempts the gap. He can try and gain a little bit of time here in the chicane. Final lap of the race then. Wavy leads, followed by Birdat. And yeah, at this point, only a mistake could give Birdat the win, or an unfortunate puncture. Apart from that, he's not really going to be able to pull an overtake. I think Wavy has been defending really well. Would have to try and send it here, but it's very risky. There's not that really much corners you can send a dive bomb around here. Gets really good traction there, but once again, no corner is really ideal for a dive in around Canada. Maybe the next one, not this one, the next one, maybe could be one he could try and dive on, but actually he could try. Actually, I think that's gonna be his only chance. He needs to try and dive on here, but he won't. He will just then sit there on P2. Not really much he can do on this straight line. Would have to dive on, doesn't really have the straight line speed to get in front, so that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end of the battle for the win. Wasn't really a battle, we could say, because they never went side by side. Basically, Berta trying to put some pressure against Wavy, but could never happen. We go now into the line, and it's gonna be a win for the Aston. Second winner of the season. Verdat finishes in second place, 2 consecutive podiums. Great start of this GLR Season 1, start of the season for Verdat. Great job. Fuller will complete the podium then. Sangai finally fought his way through the field back into P4 at least.
Ah,
Hello, hello.
hello.
So we start. Or we waiting for someone?
We just start. I don't think the other two gonna join. So just be the race winner.
Yay, woo.
Right, right. Okay, so we're gonna start this post-race interviews. We're gonna go then with the race winner, Wavy. Kind of a bit of a surprise win, but congratulations, man, for taking that win today. Maybe not exactly on pace, but you got the right call and, well, could position that car at the front, doing the right strategy. One that looked like a very big gamble, but today it worked. So, what can you say about it? Do you think? How did you exactly decide to go for that strategy? I mean, knowing it was a very risky one, and in general, you do these really aggressive calls when you are not in a really competitive position, but you didn't come in on, well, being on the fight for the podium, so you kind of really risk it there because you did have something big to lose, and well, thankfully for you, it did work. So how was that from your side? How did you took that decision? What moved you to do it?
It was quite. I mean, thank you at first. It was really the pace was not quite the top two. I think the podium would have been on pace, like third, but the first one, I think, I don't know who it was. He was quite far ahead. He only was. Um, he only was how do I say it? Because of the safety cars, he couldn't quite get away and take the pace advantage. And then the second or third safety car, I think it was, then my engineer said rain is coming in 5 minutes or something. So I thought, okay, yes, 5 minutes is still a bit. And then I just waited like the second safety car lap, the third lap, and then I think on the fourth lap on the safety car or the third one, I asked my engineer like 3 or 4 times when the rain comes, and at some point he said it is inbound, and I thought, okay, let's just go for it, because the pit stop is so short, and I was really quite directly at the back when I came out, so I didn't lose anything on the safety car train. I was just last, and yeah, I don't know. It was just like an instinct move, because I was second at the time, but I thought, yeah, why not? It sounded really obvious for me because my engineer said it is like inbound. So yeah, it worked out at the end. It could have been the other way around. I mean, it was still very tight at the front because the second guy really caught up then at the end, and he was like 3 tenths behind me. So still close, but I think the strategy call was the right one. Yeah, quite happy about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to take risks if you want to win. Today it worked, so congratulations on that as well. And well, now another question. I know that the gamble worked. Of course, you took the lead, but you had, of course, the all the stars in all the grids. So, have you thought about that? Like, if you were gonna pit again, or if you maybe were a bit scared about a puncture maybe happening at the end of the race, or do you think from that point when you took the lead, everything was under control?
It was pretty under control because I got like very high tire pressure, so I was not even near to the puncture territory, so that was quite nice. But it was like in the middle of the rain, it was very hard rain, so I thought maybe full wets, but I just wanted to look what the guys behind did, and no one boxed, so I also didn't box because that would lose too much time. And yeah, then I just concentrated on my own drive and tried to live another day because it was very very tricky on these conditions to not lose the car. So yeah, it was just trying to get to the end, and I mean it worked. I didn't have any tire problems. It was really really hard, but not really tire problems, just the overall conditions. So yeah.
Well, once again, now we're gonna go with another question, talking about next week race, which is at Las Vegas, another street circuit. Well, realizing so far we got 3 races in a row in a street track. So, well, first of all, we had Singapore, hard track to overtake. And then we get Canada, trickiest track with the penalties. And now we're gonna go
Yes.
into Vegas, which is pretty much of a crazy track. It's probably as well one of the easiest tracks in the calendar to overtake because of the, of course, really long DRS rate in that final sector. So overtaking shouldn't be a problem, but of course it can be a massive chaos. Today was already pretty much chaos at the beginning of the race. And while Vegas is a track that, of course, can be pretty much chaos, we saw in real life as well, in the first edition. In general, it's a track that invites you to attack a lot. In previous games, I remember some corners were pretty slippery. I don't know how it is this game, I haven't tried. But, well, coming to you, the question now is, well, also you scored your first points of the season. Still, Verdad's leading, I think, by a pretty big gap. But how are you looking forward into the next round?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it was quite unfortunate that I was missing last week because Singapore would have been a good track for me personally. I think I'm very good at this track, so yeah, I didn't have any time last Monday, but Vegas is very, I don't know, very tricky because you can literally qualify last and still get the win at the end because you can overtake so much on the straight. And also it's very tricky for being first or like in the top fight because every lap it's gonna swap. It's swapping positions at the front. So if you're first and you have like 4 cars behind you, you can nearly lose 4 positions in one straight. So it's quite not safe to if you like finish in the you qualify in the top 10. It's not guaranteed that you win or stay in the top 10. It can happen all on this track. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good track, I think, but it's like not safe who wins until the last lap, as if not the first one has the 10-second lead or something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like it. I hope it's not raining there because that's quite tricky, and I've had enough rain today. But
Huh.
yeah, nice
Yeah.
track, I think.
Well, now one more question. That's gonna be the last one, and of course, by obvious reasons, you don't have to answer the question if you don't want to. But the question is, do you think really crazy low wings could work next week, or you think just keeping it stable?
Mm, that's tricky to be honest. I think you don't want to go too high, but I also don't think 0-0 is gonna work. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I still don't know what am I driving, but yeah, it's tricky. But if you go too high, you're gonna lose too much on the straight. That's just stupid. You have to take the like risk on being a little bit on edge in the corners in the first sector because you're gonna lose too much time on the straight.
Yeah, I personally think the same as well. You can't really go high. I think the best would be, in my opinion, low than 10. I think in both front and rear wing, but I don't know. Uh, I haven't played the track yet, so I could be wrong. But I think, at least from what I know, you should go lower than 10. But I can't confirm it. But it's by logic, I would say it is.
Yes, I would also say that, but I still don't have a setup myself, so I don't know.
Well, thanks for your time and congratulations again for the win.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So we have Eric in the chat as well. So I'm gonna do a little interview to you as well. So
Yeah.
well, Well, Eric, maybe not the race you wanted today, having in mind that you finished P2 last week, but I think
Yeah.
at least you managed to score some points, which still everything could count by the end of the season. But could you say the pace was simply not there today, or do you think maybe some mistakes happened, or because of all the chaos going on at the beginning? What would you say?
I had I had the pace at least in qualifying to stick it around the top three, but I had validated both my last laps, which both of them would have put me either P1 or P2. And I'm not very quick in the rain, so after my my race start basically taking out in lap one, turn one, it sort of put a setback, and then I got another incident later on, and then got crashed out again, and I just every single time I was just trying to take take advantage on anything I can, just limit the damage, which I got up to P8, so not the best, but better than no points.
Yeah, still, like I said, it's good to score, especially with the point system. You'll need as much as possible by the end, even if you don't have a good day. It's still good to know that you could manage to score something. It could well count by the end of the season. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk a little bit about all the chaos on the first laps. What's your opinion on that? Because, for example, Singapore is a track that supposedly should be much more complicated than this one, but the race was pretty much very chill at the beginning, and like there wasn't many accidents happening. But today we got like big chaos in the first 10 laps. I remember seeing Breezy with I think it was Sangai touching into the corner where Vettel made his mistake, or a lot of people spinning in the first laps and stuff like that. So what's your take on that? Because I wasn't expecting it. Like, remember in Singapore, like I said it.
yes, I weren't expecting it at all how it happened, and at first they were thinking about doing a lab restart, but after we had one already, felt like we shouldn't because it was a bit chaotic and Brizzy got disqualified for. I think Brizzy got disqualified for having too many penalties when he just got basically pushed onto the grass and just lost control under braking. And turn one was sort of chaotic, but I'm not too sure if anything happened further behind. But obviously, I think I caused most of the issue when I got spun around, and then I saw a few other people got spun here and there, which I assume people were just getting eager to get under the throttle and just making small mistakes here and there. But I think some drivers were a bit too aggressive on the first few laps and caused a bit of incidents between each other, which we're gonna probably have to sort out in the stewards room later on.
Yeah, it might be some couple hard work this time. I think probably not last week, but
Yes,
today this time might be a little bit more complicated. But
yeah,
well, it happens sometimes.
yeah. There's always mistakes here and there, so but need to make sure that it's always clean and it's not dirt.
Well, then I think that's gonna be all for the interviews today. Thank you guys for your time, and well, we'll look forward into next week's race in Vegas.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for the comms and yeah,
Yeah, no worries, guys. I'm happy to do it.
That's good.
very
Goodbye.
good.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later.
See you next week then.
Yes.
Yeah.